But if we were running off my ideal Sunday night, what it would look like if I could get everything done that I want to get done, then this is what it would look like. I am so late to this trend. I'm like ridiculously late to this trend. I think this was like an early COVID lockdown thing. That is my ideal, and I know that that's so millennial. I like oats, but when it's baked, it feels like I'm eating cake. It was not focused on me. I realized my camera has an extreme dislike for me. It likes to focus on Luke, or it likes to focus on the surroundings, but it doesn't like me. Now I'm gonna give you the exclusive behind the scenes of what no cooking channel ever shows you, which is the mess. Will you stay with me? Man, I just always look so defeated when I start these videos. Hi! Hi, my name is Michaela. I'm a PhD student at the University of Tübingen, and I'm a Kiwi who moved to Germany to do my PhD, so it's just my husband and I, and yeah, we kind of just document our lives, what we're doing here, what our lives are like here, the way we do our routines and everything, and yeah, thanks for coming along on this journey. One of my resolutions for this year, sorry, my arm, I'm always so bad at starting these because my arm gets tired. And then I'm like, I need to do something with it, and I just shift a lot. So let's see if that works. It kind of works, it's fine. Hi, welcome to my couch. So one of my things for this year that I was trying to do is setting up a good weekly routine for myself. And if you've seen my January reflections vlog, which went up a few days ago now, I think, it is already up, so I'll link it up the top and everything. But you saw that, well, I pretty much talked about how I've set myself up for good expectations for the morning, where I'm not feeling like I'm rushing out the door to get to work. I'm having a good morning and I'm getting to work by 10 and it's all going well on that side. I just don't have a routine. And I watched a video from Caitlin De Silva, I think that's her name, Caitlin's Corner, and she recently talked about her morning routine and how her morning routine actually starts the night before. And I realized that my weekly routine slash morning routine starts Sunday night, and so I thought that what I do is take you along my ideal Sunday night, what I try to do. Obviously this doesn't always happen because I'm sometimes out at church, or sometimes I've got a big essay due, or like a whole bunch of different stuff. But if we were running off my ideal Sunday night, what it would look like if I could get everything done that I want to get done, then this is what it would look like. And we've started off with washing my hair, because I'm just gonna be honest, I hate washing my hair. I don't mind the actual washing of the hair. It's the everything that comes after it, where it's washing the hair, blow drying the hair, styling the hair, like everything that comes with it. It just takes so long. And I've decided that if I can do it as late as possible on the weekend, then I've got at least Monday to Thursday, Friday if I can push it with some dry shampoo, where I don't have to wash my hair again. And that just brings me joy, knowing that that's one thing out of the week that I don't have to deal with. And I don't always do this on the Sunday night, and I know I always get to like Monday or Tuesday and now I'm like, oh, I need to wash my hair. But that's now cutting into my morning routine, because if I do it in the morning, then I have to blow dry it. And so yeah, I thought let's start out our Sunday night by doing that. So I have washed my hair, I've put in the hair oil thing, I blow dried it. I am gonna style it, so I haven't bothered about like the fact that I've got it pinned up and it's still kind of dry, so it's gonna get all kinky and everything. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna style it either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see where the time gets us. And I took off my nail polish, which was all cracked and chipped and everything, and I'm trying to get better at doing that because I think it just looks unprofessional having cracked nail polish. And so I've taken off the nail polish. I'd rather have clean nails than disgusting nails, and so I've done that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my baked oats. I am so late to this trend. I'm like ridiculously late to this trend. I think this was like an early COVID lockdowns thing, but I have been trying to find a good way to figure out breakfasts, because I'm not a massive cereal person. I find that it doesn't keep me full for long enough, and My ideal perfection breakfast is the ultimate millennial breakfast with a German twist, where it is a Laugenbrötchen, so like the pretzel dough but in bread roll form, and smashed avocado and eggs. That is my ideal, and I know that that's so millennial and it's a lot of calories, and I'm currently going through like a health thing at the moment, and so I'm trying to cut down on the amount of calories that I'm eating, and it's also a lot of time in the morning, and so I'm trying to cut things down as much as possible. And one of the ways that I found that is baked oats. It's just because I like oats, but when it's baked it feels like I'm eating cake, and so I thought I'd take you through what I have been doing. I basically have a base recipe that I edit with different toppings each time. And so I've done a raspberry and white chocolate, I've done a pear and speculatius, and today I am doing a mixed berry and dark chocolate. And so yeah, I thought I'd take you along the baked oats, and yeah, it's the next step out of, I don't know, like 2 to 5 steps of my Sunday night routine. I know that was a lot of talking, but thanks for coming along, and yeah, let's have this nice cozy Sunday night at home. Once again, this whole scene, it was not focused on me. I realized my camera has an extreme dislike for me. It likes to focus on Luke, or it likes to focus on the surroundings, but it doesn't like me. So if I'm out of focus, I've put the preface in. You're sitting right beside my coffee machine, and so I apologize if the lighting is bad. Hopefully, nope, you can't. The blender is right here, so you'll see me plopping the ingredients in, but you are getting the wonderful pleasure of learning my recipe for baked oats, which I know is on everyone's top priority list at the moment, but I just find it works really well, and it's got relatively good macros. The reason I'm making it tonight is because it's ideal, but also because we only just got our new protein shipment in, and so we couldn't actually do it until today. I have got the recipe on Chronometer, and so I just read it from here, but I will put it up on the screen in case that is helpful for you, I guess. But today, like I said, I'm making mixed berry and dark chocolate baked oats, and yeah, let's get started. I'm actually going to start by preheating the oven, because even though it makes annoying for sound, at least it means that it is warmed up and ready for the goods to go in. So I have that at 175 degrees Celsius and on fan bake. I don't know if you need to have it on fan bake, but I just do everything on fan bake. So my favorite thing about this recipe is that it uses a blender, because I hate mashing stuff and I don't really have like those proper whisking things. I'll find a photo of it and put it on the screen what I mean. My mum had one growing up and it was the greatest thing in the world, and so I just put it all in the blender and it does its thing. So the first thing is 1 medium banana in the blender, and then it's 1 1/3 cup of rolled oats. I don't trust this to fall. Exactly for that reason. It's just gone everywhere. Like I said, our protein shipment has come in, and this isn't even open yet, so brand spanking new. Oh no, that is the problem with it being unopened, is it goes everywhere when you open it. Unfortunately, the recipe says 45 grams of protein, and I have no idea what it is because I've just weighed it into a 1 cup. I'd probably say it is maybe like half to 2/3 depending on how you weigh stuff. Depending on how you weigh stuff, and it's whey protein. I'm very much not funny, but this is just vanilla protein. I prefer to use flavored stuff because it just makes it easier in the long run, so vanilla protein. 3 egg whites, and I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm about to do, which is cracking it straight into it and hoping that it doesn't escape your fingers, but that's what I'm going with. 3rd egg, no disasters so far. I know that's not the official way to do eggs, but no, that's how I do it. The next thing is 1/2 cup of almond or oat milk. The reason I use almond or oat milk is because it's lower calorie than normal milk, but you could definitely use normal milk. I'm also lactose intolerant, so you know, it's not just because I'm going for the low calorie life. We've also got 56 grams of low-fat Greek yogurt. I don't know why it's in grams again when I do everything in cups, but it's maybe a third of a cup. And then you get to eat the leftovers. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And that is it. Now I'm going to give you the exclusive behind the scenes of what no cooking channel ever shows you, which is the mess. So here we have our glorious looking blender which has splashed up the sides. We have the egg yolks, we have the oat spill, we have the protein spill, we have the open yogurt, the banana skin, and the eggshells. So I'm going to clean up very quick and then we will be back to blend. Beautiful. Done. So what you're going to do now is you're going to blend this thing, and you might need to scrape it down the sides and everything just to make sure everything gets blended, but you want it to be as smooth as possible. You've been brought down to the next layer now because I need to put this into the baking tray and there's no way you're going to see that from up there. So let's do this. This is the baking tray that I use. I don't know the size. I guess I could measure it and tell you, but use any size baking tray. It doesn't really matter. Personally do the scrunch up formula. Works well. Means I don't have to butter the sides. We are not going for pretty and aesthetic here. We are going for functional. Would you look at that? So now it is just time to chop up the toppings and decorate to your heart's desire. I'm a bit of a weirdo where I prefer berries to chocolate when it's this mixture, and so I've definitely gone a lot more on the berries than the chocolate, but you do you. And in we go for 10 to 15 minutes. Without burning yourself, of course. Now I'm a big proponent of cleaning up as you go, but I also need to because I need to cook dinner in a second, so that's what I'm gonna do now.
No sleep, my veins run dry, I'm empty. I can't see, I'm blinded.
Doesn't want to come out.
No, I was trying to pull it tight so that it didn't. Because if you just pull the sides, it flops, so you have to pull it tight as you pull it out.
I may have added too many berries.
Yeah, but too many berries.
We're gonna cut up and have a slice for dessert.
And then you want 6.
Yeah. If you cut it 1 here and then 2 that way, that's how I normally do it. But I mean, you can do what you want, really.
Really?
Really. Num num num. I thought we'd do a PB&J one next time. Because you mentioned that would be nice. Look at that goodness. Oh yeah. We're gonna eat a piece. We're gonna trial it on camera. That's a good one. Much better than the last one. Good evening. Again, I don't know why I'm saying that. It's just been a break since I filmed. But I have finished the baked oats and packed away my breakfast for tomorrow morning. And what I also like to do is plan out the week as much as I can. So I'll put up a photo over the top of this. But I try and meal plan as much as possible just because it makes the whole week a lot easier and it makes me know roughly when we need to cook. Last year we were meal prepping on Sundays and it just hasn't happened for the last little while, and so we're running in slow mode where we're kind of oscillating 2 different meals, and then when one of them runs out we just make another meal. And so that's kind of how we've been doing it. I think maybe from next week onwards we'll be back in routine and hopefully we can cook them all. So I've been meal planning. And then I also went through and made my rough weekly schedule for the week on Google Calendar, just so I know where I'm doing the hours that I need to for my New Zealand job, when I'm going into the office, when I'm doing my PhD, when I'm going to the gym, like all of that good stuff, so that I know what I'm doing. I accidentally factored in Valentine's Day thinking it was this week, but we've actually got another week, so I don't need to worry about that this week. But I do have a couple of appointments this week, such as I've got to pick up a package from the garden centre, which is part of the video that's coming up, but also I need to repot some plants. And I'm on worship on Sunday, so I've got practice during the week, and it's like the last week of semester, I think, and so we've got a couple of like final meetings with the department before we all go on leave. So not go on leave, but like the semester's not on, so we don't have meetings as regularly. So yeah, I'm gonna plan that out. And I made dinner. I don't know if I showed you the final thing, but it was very good. I ended up getting inspired and I made meatballs with pasta, and it was very good. So I think that's all that I'm going to do tonight. I was considering trying to get time to straighten my hair tonight, but I'm not going to because I'm trying to get to bed on time. I'm trying to get up around 7 to try and get to the gym, and it is unfortunately 11:30, so I don't know how that's going to go. But I'm just going to take my medication and some melatonin, and hopefully that will help me fall asleep soon, so that I'm not out of just tired, out of it the whole of tomorrow. So yeah, anyway, thank you for coming along this really random video. I hope that it was interesting and you saw how I try and prepare for the week. I basically just try and do as much as possible on Sunday to help make life a bit easier during the week. And normally that's meal prepping, but that's not a part of it at the moment. And it's basically just, yeah, trying to come up with what I'm going to be doing throughout the week and making sure that I'm as scheduled as possible so that I can tick off everything that I need to. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you with another video very soon.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong.